A late afternoon, good morning, good night, and, well, it's between rounds of the Ryder Cup. I thought I would revisit the paper bag that had some interesting-ish stamps in there, ones I didn't really recognise. And so I've got them all here. So I thought we'd pick one or two out, maybe, and see if there's anything of interest. Well, this is an interesting one. This has got Emp Ottoman. What is that? Emp Ottoman. Is that the Ottoman Empire, which I believed collapsed in 1917, 1918, something like that? Spread all the way through Greece and, well, the Balkans, this sort of thing. Turkey, obviously. That's quite a nice stamp. Used, not mint, but interesting. I certainly have not got one of those. 40 para. Now I'm going to say British, India, maybe. Pakistan, maybe. Because it's got postage and revenue there. But for cash, I don't know. 40 paras. Don't know. Next, we've got Veja. Looks a bit South African to me. And when it's got Oranje there, I think that's South Africa. Start. Orange Free State, that is. Oranje Vrij Staat. If my South African, if my Boer, if my South Africa knowledge, which is minimal, is anything to do by, well, that's quite a nice stamp. I mean, I have not got Orange Free State, so that is a sweetie. Chile. So a modern stamp, because it's an airmail stamp, it's got a plane on it. We'll walk on by from that. Here we've got a very fine looking fellow, Salvador. He's dressed like a policeman. It is not a policeman, it's just that maybe they thought that the policeman's outfit would be good as either a fashion statement or a military statement. Anyway, that's Salvador, so that's quite nice. I don't think I've got a Salvador. Also, is Salvador the same as El Salvador? I believe it is. Canada, an old king, nothing to see there. Yeah. So 2 centre this. Straits Settlement, Queen Victoria. I think this is Sweden, and an old one at that. Yeah, Sverige. 20 ore. 20 ore. Which is 20 of their pennies, I think. One postage, one Franklin, a stamp. United States, so nothing of any interest there. There's plenty of those around. United States again. A ship. Philadelphia, I would say that is. Might cancel there. Philly. Which is a nice cancel to have, I think. I do think so. Victoria stamp. Victoria being a state in its own right. Queen Victoria. And the state of Victoria is obviously named for her. And eventually Australia became the Commonwealth States of, became Australia. 3 Annas, India. Canada Post. What's this long thing here? It's got stuff going on in it. It is a 25 cents United States insurance stamp. So that's quite nice, and it's got George Washingtonia in situ, as you'd expect, him being the great man. More USA, 10 cents, not sure who that is. Egypt, I would say that is. And Argentina, should keep it out, but I'm going to keep it with this bunch of stamps. This is nice. Falkland Islands, 1 penny. Again, good Queen Vic. That's a beauty, that is. Going to keep that out as a very fine example of not only Queen Victoria but also the Falklands. I think this may be... Oh, I think that's Argentina. But I can't be sure. I seem to recognise the face, but there's a lot of stuff going on. And light isn't on my side at the moment. Australia, nothing to see there. India. Sierra Leone. Don't think I've got a Sierra Leone stamp. I have now. Is it a former Commonwealth or Empire? Could be. I'm going to keep it out. I think it's a nice one. Very nice. United States. Ooh. Got it the right way. 1868. Femora. This is Sverige again. It is Sweden again. Anything with aura on it is usually Norway, Sweden. New South Wales. Again, that's their own country, their own state. It is still a state, but it would have been an independent of the other states within Australia, which I think is interesting. Republic of Argentina. I've got a few of those, so I'll keep them to one side. Argentina again. Ugly looking brute. India. Queen Vic. Is that East India? Actually, East India. I think that may make a slight difference. Maybe slightly earlier. Maybe. Republic of China. And, yeah, the junk there is a very famous, iconic vision of what stamp collectors and what the Chinese would think of as a suitable idea for stamps. 1894. Oh, I can't tell you what that stamp is. Could be Salvador again. I think it probably is. Looks like an independence type stamp. Salon. Sierra Leone. I'll keep that one out also. Pink stamp here. Looks like Queen Vic. Mauritius. Keep that out. Chile. Union, Postal Union, Universal Postal Union, Ecuador, then called Equator. Interesting. Not fascinating, but interesting. Queen Victoria again. Government of India. It's a round thing here. US Post. Slide down. Korea. Can't tell you what that is. It's pretty much butchered because of that's Argentina though. Coast. Gold Coast, I think this is. So some nice old countries popping up. Canada, that's not old. Orange Free State again. USA, I'd say. Champion of Liberty, gotta be United States. They love a liberty over there. They love it. What's the fuss about liberty? Oh, here's the Puerto Rican stamp. Puerto Rico. 2 million de peso. Yeah, bit of inflation, I would suggest. Loaf of bread, 2 million pennies. Yeah, it's not a cool currency to purchase, I would suggest, back in those days. Queen Victoria Old of Canada. I get it wrong. Oh, Egypt. After all that, it was Egypt. No wonder I can't work out what it is. Oh. Something of South Africa, I'd say. Union of South Africa. So betwixt and between independence, there it is again, a more clearer Union of South Africa. Yeah, the East Indies, Netherlands, dependencies. USA. Got a couple more minutes for a few more. We've had some interesting ones. Could be another interesting one. Cologne. Again, it's... What is that? Porth? I don't know. Ceylon. No, it's a South American one. I'm going to look it up after I put the AI on it. Portugal. The Azores, probably. Governmento of India. Big one. I think we've all got one of those. African Republic. Postage. I don't know. There's no country called African Republic. There is Canada. And there is Puerto Rico. Now I come to think of it, I do recognise that head. But nice to keep, nice to own, and nice to enjoy. Chile. Colombia. Postage. Due. Whew. Do I? Canada. What's this? Telegraph. Republic Argentina. Imagine telegraph. That's been through the telegraph. Say you're out in Patagonia. My life, and I don't know, Butch Cassidy. You've seen him and you want to send a telegram. You want to alert the authorities, that's the stamp you would buy. Beep, 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 beep. Wow. Havana, India. France. Wow, that sneaked in. This looks like another French-ish, but it isn't. New South Wales. They won't keep it. Argentina. Peru. Got a few Peru, but not many. Aye, here we are again with this African Republica. South African Republic, that's what it is. So it's got the Z there, the Z. Zuid, Africa, Republica. That's my South African language, my Dutch. Zuid. And we have another one. And an unfinally moment. Straights. Settlements. Not interested in that. So these I haven't managed to look at. Those we've been through. These are interesting, so I may put these somewhere and do further research. The golf is back on now. Everybody's cheering and hooting and hollering. Thanks for watching. 2 in 1 day. Wow, I'm catching up. I'll talk to you very soon. Have a fantastic day wherever you may be.